If you have rugged or industrial designs, using a compact form factor or module is a great way to do it. And ADLINK has a lot of solutions. Could you tell us about the range that you have?
Will do, thank you very much. So ADLINK has a long history of small form factors and computer modules. In the small form factors, we authored P74 spec. Also, we have adopted the 3.5 inch and the 5.25 inch formats. The most successful in the recent years and most commonly adopted is the COM Express that we helped co-author. And that comes in a variety of sizes and speeds. And in speeds we have on the top Intel Core i7, in the mid-range we have Atom, and on the bottom ends, as a new addition, we actually feature also now an ARM CPU. Let's have a look at the modules that we showcased today at the show. So in the upper half you see the COM Express basic size, it's 925 by 125, the most common size actually. And on the top you see our third generation Intel. We have two versions on display, the Express IB. This one's featuring the COM Express Type 6, so you get access to the 3 independent displays and the USB 3 and SATA. On the right hand side we see the Express IBR, which is quite similar, but it is the ruggedized, extreme rugged version that also features ECC memory. ADLINK has a long history in rugged designs. Actually, we call them rugged by design for our extreme rugged series. We pay extra attention during the design phase to select parts that are available in extended temperature and ensure that there's proper design margin and proper testing to ensure operation at these extreme temperatures. Also, we offer two grades of temperature ranges, so the -20 to +70 is our industrial range, and the extreme rugged is -40 to +85. To be qualified for extreme rugged, the board undergo a full day of extreme temperature testing. We do 100% tests and give the boards a 3rd year of warranty. Below we find the next generation, the Intel's 4th generation of Core product. This one will launch in the middle of the year. Again, we'll have multiple versions of that. One will be with a COM Express Type 6, but also Type 2 to feature legacy applications that still depend on PCI 32-bit interfaces. Besides the basic format, which is, as said, the larger one, there's also two more sizes that are ratified by the PIC-MG COM Express committee. On the left-hand side we see the compact size, which is typically used for mid-range CPU speed, so this will be an Atom processor, could also be a lower-end Core CPU. We use those in applications where you're a bit more space constrained. You don't have enough real estate in your system to allow for a full size. So the compact size makes a great solution to retrofit into existing applications. There's also the newly added mini size. We call it Nano XTC, that name was given before. Actually, the standard was named. And this one is really targeted for low power applications. So we feature single and dual core Atom CPUs for the most part. The interface structure is wrapped around a PC interface with lots of USB, lots of PCIe and LVS interfaces. The newest addition to the computer modules family from ADLINK is the SMARC series. SMARC is a newly defined format by an independent group of board vendors. The idea is to use a low profile and cost effective board edge connector and to feature more ARM-centric interfaces. The existing module form factors are well suited to fit a PC-type interface structure. The ARM SoCs have a much different interface structure that makes it hard to bring out all interfaces. You would have a lot of unused pins, so we decided that it makes sense to redefine the pinout, but also make one pinout amongst vendors to give it a strong adoption rate. So the interfaces that we see that are different is actually we have less USB, there's still 4 of them. We have less PCI Express, but there's still 3 of them. In addition, we have high-speed interfaces like serial camera ports, so-called CSI, that comes from the mobile market. We have interfaces like 24-bit parallel LCD interface for the small and cost-effective LCD screens. In addition, the standard defines multiple SDIO cards for either I/O adaptation or storage media. All those interfaces are typically non-present on an PC-type platform, and this is exactly the reason we defined the SMARC. The first member of the family is a single-core Texas Instruments 3517, but we're also working on other solutions with dual and quad-core options. For this new standard, to ease adoption, we have designed a reference carrier card that can be used for dual purpose. One, as a test vehicle for software bring up and testing, but also as a reference design, so it's not a mystery how to design certain ports. We give you a good example for that. The core module 920 is actually our latest addition to the PC104 family. To be precise, is PCI 104 Express, featuring a third generation Intel Core processor, so it's quite capable. Yet in the footprint, the thermals are challenging, but we managed to allow a Core i5 CPU within 15 watt power dissipation. This is perfectly suited for highly ruggedized environment, for use on ground-moving vehicles, for example. And with the high-speed interface, this can easily tie, for example, into a frame grabber card for video capture. We also have the CM2 GF, which features an AMD G-series processor. This one is what is best described as mid-range. On the far right, we have the CM1 86DX2, which is a rather low-performance board, but it allows existing infrastructures to do a technology refresh that still rely on proper isobus technology. This is one of the last designs that have a real isobus interface. And yes, it has been talked about a lot that it's no longer has a place, but it's not going away anytime soon.
Excellent. Well, I think there's a wide range of solutions. Should be one that you can find that's going to match your requirements. Thanks a lot.
Thank you too.